What's up guys, welcome back to another video and thank you for being here. In this video I'm going to share with you my performance for the past couple weeks, and as always I'm going to share with you how you can participate in this month giveaway, so stay tuned. It's been a while since I uploaded any videos and specifically on my performance in my funded accounts, and they honestly been suffering, and I'm not so upset about it or sad about it. And I'll show you the performance here. So if we go to the performance tab here, and they're all tied together, all four accounts, and I've been doing horrible. Like past month I lost $1,000 as an overall total, and this month I lost 618 bucks, and this is all over the four accounts tied in together. And the reason for that is because I kind of switched my session that I trade in from AM session to Asian session to doing gold, which did it did kind of like perform well when I started, but then I started getting or doing some weird stuff that I'm not supposed to do. I wasn't so used to the Asian session trading gold, and I don't know, I just kept doing stupid stuff, trying different strategies, what you call it, strategy hopping, and it did not do well for me, and it did give me stop loss after stop loss after stop loss, and I ran the account all the way up to $3,000 of balance. So if we do like last month, as you can see, the highest point is like $3,000, and I ran it all the way down, and it was a straight up downhill from there all the way down to 1,032 bucks. This stop loss or this daily loss, it got triggered in Asian session last night, because right now it's the morning, and I took this long right here, and I kind of switched from gold to Nasdaq again because I have been always trading Nasdaq. This is what I'm familiar with. And when I went to Asian session, I was like, the gold is the most volatile and the moving pair during Asian session, so it made sense to trade Asian session gold. But yesterday I was like, you know what, I want to switch back to Nasdaq. I miss my trades on Nasdaq, or you know what, let me try Asian session trading Nasdaq. And I took a trade. I left it running overnight because I know Nasdaq kind of take a long time to move, and it did hit my target right here in the morning, but unfortunately it took me out at stop loss first, and I stayed here in that chop like God knows how long, since it opened from 8 EST to 1 AM. All of that was kind of like chopping up and down. I didn't stay up until this time, but it was going back and forth between my stop loss, and I was kind of debating whether or not I should get out at break even or not. But anyway, that's a story of the past now. What I'm gonna do and what I'm going to change is I'm gonna go back to trading AM session back again, which might be good news for some people, because I used to do kind of like some recaps, some trade recaps. When I would like take a trade, whether it's a win or a loss, I would do kind of like a trade recap and talk throughout the emotions, psychology, what did I take the trade and whatever. Unfortunately, so today I did take a trade and it was a winner, back using my old strategy that I used with the Nasdaq AM session, and it's right here on this new eval account from MyFundedFutures, 150k, and I took a trade right here. As you can see, the execution, five minis, up to 5 minis up here, and my stop loss was down here, and I ended up taking the TP on it, which is really good to see. But anyway, I'm not here to tell you, oh, I won this trade or whatever. No, my goal for this switching back to Nasdaq and trading AM session again, I want to talk about the reason why I switch to gold in the first place. And the reason is because I still have a 9 to 5 job, and it's really hard for me to manage or to try to trade AM session while I have meetings or stuff to do at work. And it just horrible timing for me. But it's the only timing that it works, and it's the only session that I practiced at. And when I was doing back testing, I was always doing the AM session during I was doing NASDAQ during the AM session, because that's the only thing that I would know, or know how to trade, know the characteristics of it and all of that. And when I switched to gold, I just completely switched the strategy and switched the pair that I used to trade, and it just led to a lot of problems and a lot of just suffering in my accounts. I still have some room to go to fix my problems and my mistakes, and to get to on top again. But it's, of course, it's gonna take time. But as you saw, I basically lost 10 times in a row, or like 10 times overall, and I still have my account because of the strict risk management. And if it's one thing that you wanted to take from this video, is how to risk manage and stick to your risk management, because risk management is the one that will get you to profitability, even if you're losing every single day. If you have a good set of rules and a good strategy, you'll be able to make it. I want to quickly share with you what I used to do on the AM session trading NASDAQ. I would basically wait for some sort of 5-minute fair value gap, for example this one right here, and then I would wait for a retracement to it, and on the way up or down, whatever fair value gap it is, I would wait for an IFG, or inversion fair value gap. And as you can see, there's one right here, and when we broke it, I got on the second candle right here, and I targeted the next liquidity, which is right here, the safest and amazing liquidity that it will mostly and it should hit every single time. And it did hit, which is really good. But that's all about it. So going back to all of the psychology and the mentality that I faced in the past couple weeks and what was happening. So what was happening is even switching to gold or switching back to NASDAQ sometimes in the morning, because some of those losses were kind of like vice versa, and a mix of pretty dumb mistakes, psychology wise and mentality wise. So what was happening is I used to trade and I used to target, like, let's say set amount of points. Like I would go for like $20 stop loss or $15 stop loss, and I would try to go for 1-to-1. Once it reaches my 1-to-1, I would put it break even, and then my final target, let's say, is 1-to-2. So I thought to myself, and I was talking to myself, and I was like, you know what, 1-to-2 is a bit too much. $32 point, $32 or 32 points is a lot to target. So let's just, you know what, let's just like cut it to half, to 1-to-1. And what ended up happening with reducing my TP, or my take profit, is I would make money in one trade, second trade, and then the third trade I would lose it, fourth trade I would lose it, and now I didn't do anything, and I just wasted 4 days doing nothing, because my TP, or my strategy of taking profit, did not work well. So I was working and I was going back and forth between win rate and RR. Because if you have a 100% win rate, no matter RR you're getting, that's going to be profit, right? But if the win rate's starting to drop down, let's say 50%, now if you're taking 1-to-1 RR, that means that you're winning half of the time and losing half of the time. Let's say, for example, over a month period, you won, or you made a total of 5 RR in the whole month. So that means that's 5 RR with your strategy. That's still amazing, but that means what? That means that you traded 10 times you lost the 5 and you won 5, and maybe you started that month already plus 5, but then the rest of the month were kind of like 5 losses in a row. So you kind of like wasting time because if your strategy is not there or your take profit level is not there. I know this is what I kind of did here, but it's still a good trade because I had a lot of conviction going to this high. Coming out from the bullish fair value gap, I could have done 2R here or up to this liquidity level, but I was like, you know what, let's take it easy. This is a 150k account. I never did a 150k account before, so let's just take it easy, and we'll take however it wants to take. And I know with this strategy it comes losses and winners, but as long as you stick to your strategy, stop doing strategy hopping, because every strategy has its own pros and cons. And if you're not sticking with one strategy, you're not getting the full potential of the winners, and maybe trying it a couple times, getting the losers from it, and then switching to another strategy, getting those losers, and keep doing that, and you eventually kind of gonna hate it. And then you look back to those days that you didn't do your first strategy, and you find that, oh, it worked, but you didn't take it because you took another strategy, and it keeps going in a bad circle. So I hope you guys kind of relate to what I'm saying and know what I'm saying, or you've been through something like that, because this is kind of really frustrating and really bad psychology. And let me tell you what, I kind of hated trading in this phase, and I can't wait to get out of it. I'm switching back to doing NASDAQ during AM session again. Although I'm working, although I have stuff at work to do and important stuff, and I don't want to risk my job for it, but I will try my best to squeeze sometimes here and there during my work to kind of pay attention to what the price action is doing. And as my strategy is kind of simple, is I'm just waiting for a fair value gap to form between 10 a.m. New York time up until maybe 11:30 or 11:40 or something like that, to kind of take a trade. And if we didn't get a fair value gap on the 5 minutes, that means the price is choppy. As you see right here, the price was chopping up and down, and it's consolidating pretty hard on a bigger time frame on a 5 minute, for example. So once we kind of broke out of this consolidation, give a fair value gap, now we're talking, we might take a trade. And what I want to focus on going forward is I'm gonna try to take the low-hanging fruit trades. I'm not gonna stay in the trade too long or hope for, oh, I'm gonna hit the price action will hit this high or not. I'm not gonna do that. All I'm gonna go for is the low-hanging fruit, which is the next high on the 5 minute or whatever, or 1 minute. I'm just gonna go for the next high, because I know for a fact if this trade is gonna fail, the least place we're going is this high. So I hope this makes sense, guys. This is what I'm doing. This is what I have been doing. That's my performance on those accounts. It's kind of sad, it's kind of upsetting, but it is what it is. This is how trading is. You got the ups and you got the downs, and if you're not good at managing the downs or the bad times, then trading is not for you. You should do something different. And trust me, during my phase, I tried to look for something different because I really hated trading, and I really wanted to stop trading because I thought it was gambling, and it is partially gambling if you don't manage your risk, if you don't have a winning strategy. So enough of me talking about my performance. I want to share with you my monthly giveaway for you guys, and it's a big one this time. Kind of appreciate every single one of you sticking around, supporting me and all of that. And before we get to it, I want to shout out two companies that I am affiliated with. The first one and the sponsor of this giveaway is MyFundedFuture. They're giving away 4 MyFundedFuture 50k accounts for the starter plans. This helps me tremendously, guys, when you use my code Kemo. When you are purchasing any product or any reset from MyFundedFuture, and I know recently they removed the feature of giving you a free 5% off on anything, even if there is no discount, but this 5% off only applies to the plaid because they want more people using the plaid feature now. But if you don't want to use the plaid and you just want to use your credit card to pay for your evaluation, please still use my code. It doesn't cost you anything. It's free to use, and it will help me as a form of support, and I really appreciate every single one of you guys using my code Kemo, and it's another form of thanking me for running those monthly giveaways for you guys. And the second prop firm that I want to shout out, and I am also partnered with or affiliated with, is Take Profit Trader. A lot of people love Take Profit Trader. That is why I partnered with them or affiliated with them. You can use my code down in the description below or the link down in the description below, and you can get 40% currently, 40% on any accounts from Take Profit Trader, and they're also currently running no activation fee or on any of the accounts, as well as 100% refund of your evaluation if you pass it and you request your first withdrawal. And this is amazing. It's awesome deal. You're basically getting the account for free if you can pass it and request your first payout, and this is awesome. This cost you see here, if you use my code Kemo, it will give you a 40% off of this price, which will be, I believe, $102. So you get a 50k account for $102 from Take Profit Trader if you like the rules. And I also did previous video on my channel reviewing all the rules and everything you need to know. I can link it up on the right hand corner of the screen if you want to check it out. And if you don't like Take Profit Trader and you want a little bit more cheaper upfront prices, go with MyFundedFuture. $80 a challenge for a 50k account. It's amazing. Both of those prop firms is the #1 in the game currently. So please, if you want to support me, if you're purchasing anything from them, use my code or link down in the description below, and on Take Profit Trader will give you that discount code of 40% plus 100% refund of the evaluation once you pass the evaluation and request your first withdrawal. On MyFundedFuture, you can use my code and it will give you 5% off if you're paying with plaid directly from your bank account, or if you're just paying with just a credit card, please use my code. It will support me tremendously. And now let's go to the final phase of this video, which is the giveaway. I'll show you the giveaway right here. If you come here and you click on the link down in the description below, it will say giveaway on next to it. All I want from you is first to be subscribed to my YouTube channel, to be a supporter of the YouTube channel, like the video you're watching right now, and if you don't have a valid MyFundedFuture account, if you never purchased anything from them, please use this link right here to sign up for a free account. You don't need to purchase anything, and then you can fill out this form. Why do you need a MyFundedFuture account? Because I need your email right here to activate your free account if you win. And the winner will be announced on the 10th, which is a Tuesday. This form will close at the end of the day on Monday. End of Monday, it will close and it will not accept any more responses. You come right here, you put your name, you put your email, and right here you have to put the name of the emoji that appeared in the video, and I'm gonna leave it appearing in the video for 10 freaking seconds so I don't get anyone in the comments be like, oh, there's no emoji, I can't see the emojis. No, I'm gonna put it there for 10 seconds, and I'm gonna even put the name of the emoji, so all you can do is just copy and paste as you can see on the screen. And then This is optional. If you have any video suggestions or anything you want me to talk about, just put it right here, submit it. You're only allowed to fill this form only one time. And again, guys, thank you all so much for all your support, all your love on the video, using my codes, using the link down in the description below. If you're purchasing anything from Take Profit Trader or MyFundedFuture, it helps me tremendously. Thank you all so much for watching. Happy late Thanksgiving and Merry Christmas to all of you guys. Thank you all so much. Stay safe. Peace.